Welcome to GigaMe's JavaScript Most Commonly Asked Interview Series. Destructuring in JavaScript is a powerful technique that allows you to extract values from objects or arrays and assign them to variables in a more concise and readable way. This can make your code more elegant and improve its maintainability. In ES6, destructuring provides a concise and convenient way to extract values from complex data structures like objects and arrays by enabling the assignment of individual values to variables through a pattern-matching syntax. This simplifies the process of accessing and using specific data elements, reducing the need for lengthy and repetitive code that was previously necessary for value extraction. Let's see the difference between before and after ES6. Before ES6, the process of extracting values from an array in JavaScript was less streamlined compared to the more modern syntax introduced in ES6. This process is known as destructuring arrays. The code creates an array called numbers with 5 elements. It then assigns the first 3 elements to separate variables: first number, second number, and third number. Finally, it prints the values of these variables using console.log, showing the outputs 1, 2, and 3 respectively. Before ES6, JavaScript did not have built-in support for object destructuring. Instead, developers had to manually extract values from objects using verbose and repetitive code. The code defines an object named person, with properties for first name, last name, and age. The values of these properties are assigned to separate variables: first name, last name, and age. The code then logs these variables to the console, displaying the values: John for first name, Doe for last name, and 30 for age. After ES6, ECMAScript 2015, a more convenient and concise way of destructuring arrays was introduced, making it easier to extract values from arrays and assign them to variables. The code defines an array numbers with values 1 through 5. It uses destructuring to assign the first 3 values of the array to variables: first number, second number, and third number. The subsequent console.log statements display these assigned values, 1, 2, and 3, respectively. After ES6, destructuring objects provides an easier way to extract values from objects and assign them to variables using a concise syntax. This feature is especially useful when working with complex objects or when you need to access multiple properties from an object in a single step. The code defines an object person with properties for a person's first name, last name, and age. Using object destructuring, the variables first name, last name, and age are extracted from the person object. The console then prints these extracted values: John for first name, Doe for last name, and 30 for age. Destructuring greatly simplifies the process of extracting values from arrays and objects, making the code more concise and readable. This feature was introduced in ES6 and has since become a standard and widely used feature in modern JavaScript development. Cannot destructure, property X of undefined or null, invalid left-hand side in assignment, variable name is not defined, default values not working as expected, mismatch between variable names and object properties. Here are some common errors faced by developers while destructuring objects and arrays in JavaScript. In this first example, we encounter a common error when trying to destructure a property from an object that is undefined. As you can see, we're attempting to destructure the property X from an undefined object, and this leads to a type error. Now let's take a look at the solution to resolve this error. To avoid this error, always check if the object exists before destructuring. Here, we initialize an object obj and then destructure the property X from it, ensuring that the object is defined. In our second example, we encounter a different type of error, the invalid left-hand side in assignment, when attempting to destructure properties. Here, we're trying to destructure values from a string which is not an array or object, and this results in a syntax error. Now let's explore the solution to fix this issue. To resolve this error, make sure you are destructuring an array or object, not a primitive value like a string. In this corrected code, we initialize an array R and then destructure its elements, which avoids the invalid left-hand side in assignment error. Thank you for watching the video and connecting with us.